Today, a special bowling competition as the world's greatest bowlers pair off, showcasing the best on the PBA50 tour, top talent on the PBA regional and PBA women's regional tours with the Teen Masters Grand Championship. All competing at Geico PBA World Series of Bowling 7 presented by Silver Legacy. Coming up next, it's the PBA Challenge. Four championship matches on today's show, and the four champions will meet at the end of our competitions in a special bonus PBA Challenge Clash. And hello again, everyone. Mike Jakubowski with PBA Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. Kimberly Pressler reports laneside today. A season-long points race in 3 divisions of PBA competition resulted in match play here at the World Series of Bowling. The top 2 in each division are here for championship matches. And Randy, great matches across the board.
Across the board indeed, Mike J. Our men's matchup featuring former Player of the Year Patrick Allen taking on last week's runner-up in the doubles competition, Josh Blanchard. Our women's matchup features Danielle McEwen, who had a breakout season last year, and Angelimar Beasley. We have a Teen Masters Grand Championship competition. But we're going to kick things off Hall of Fame style. PBA 50 Hall of Famers Parker Bohn III and the defending champ Amleto Monacelli. Great matchups in store for us today.
Great championship matchups across the board, and Kimberly Pressler is with our first matchup.
I sure am. Amleto, you won this last year. How do you successfully defend against Parker today?
Well, I'm going to try to do the same thing I did last year. It's a little different, but I'm going to just stay focused, make good shots, and try to read the lanes properly, the right way.
Well, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Parker, you just finished up practice. What are your thoughts on how you're going to attack the lanes today?
Well, I think I'm going to stay with the extreme outside angle, trying to go straight up the lane, using the lane to my advantage. Hopefully, I feel like I got a little mistake room in, and, well, I'm going to hope that it's there when I need it.
All right, good luck to you today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Kimberly. The PBA Challenge Clash. All 4 champions will finish off our show in an eliminator format featuring all of the winners. Each player will throw a shot, low pinfall eliminated, and the Challenge Clash will be filled out as we move along today. PBA 50 competition between 2 Hall of Famers. Amleto Monacelli will begin. And 6 around the 10. Monacelli is filling in for Pete Weber, who had to pull out of this event due to injury.
Amleto from Barquisimeto, Venezuela. 54 years old, but boy, you wouldn't know it. Talk about shape. This kid here is in fabulous shape. He said, Randy, you know, you need to get in shape. I said, Amleto, round is a shape.
Open frame. Uncharacteristic miss of a single point for Monacelli. Parker Bohn III, 52 out of Jackson, New Jersey, 35 tour titles, 5th on the all-time list.
Won the Cheetah Championship just a few weeks ago at the World Series of Bowling. Anytime Parker can play the extreme outside part of the lane and the pattern's not excessively long, he's dangerous. Pretty good looking shot there to leave in the soft 7.
Parker Bohn III picking up the 7-pin. The top 8 players on the PBA 50 2015 points list competed in a match play round Here at World Series of Bowling 7, Amleto Monacelli replaced Pete Weber, forced to withdraw due to an injury.
Yeah, Pete tweaked his hip during the World Series of Bowling, and it's been a long recovery for him.
4 slaps the 7, and a strike for Parker Bohn III.
Beautiful shot and beautiful pin reacting to that bowling ball going through all 10 as the 4-pin cuts the 7 out. Boy, that's what you look for. Left-handed 4 into the 7, right-handers 6 into the 10. That's when you know your bowling ball is going through the pins the right way.
Monacelli after the missed single pin, and if you miss one, Randy, you normally see another one.
Well, in any language, and Amleto speaks 3 of them, you're not going to be real happy with the last 2 results. 2 really good shots for Amleto and 2 identical ring and 10s. But can you believe that when this kid first started on tour, this 53-year-old senior player, when he first started on tour, they tried to change his game. Never seen this type of form before, with that hand that's open at the top, that left arm straight out in front. They said, this guy's got no chance. Well, 19 titles later and Hall of Fame, I think Amleto knows what he's doing. Let's take a look at the oil. 41 feet World Championship oil pattern. Parker's playing out. Amleto's playing in between 2nd and 3rd arrow.
Oil tinted in blue, heavier concentrations in the middle, tapering off to the lighter concentrations on the outside.
There you go.
Strike for Monacelli, the 2012 PBA 50 Rookie of the Year. The PBA 50 Tour offers the opportunity for players over 50 to compete nationally with 14 events, including 3 major titles on tap in 2016. The 2016 season begins April 17th in Newport Richey, Florida, and concludes in August in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Parker Bohn III shakes out the bucket except for the 6-pin. Parker with 2 wins on the PBA 50 Tour in 2015. 1 in Newport Richey, Florida, and 1 in Welch, Minnesota. If a player leaves and converts the 7-10 split on today's show, he will earn the $100,000 ultimate spare bonus courtesy of Ultimate Bowling. PBA 50 Challenge. Winner will move on to the PBA Challenge Clash. Light hit. Power mix takes them all down.
And that's the beauty of having angle to the pocket, which Parker has from the extreme outside part of the lane. You really throw that wood around. Right around 1st arrow, like Parker said in his interview with Kimberly, and pulls the string, and all 10 are down.
Amleto Monacelli also with 2 wins on the PBA 50 Tour in 2015, the USBC Senior Masters, and in Brentwood, California. 4th frame strike working into the nose in the baby split.
Yeah, he got it up the lane just a little bit.
The tremendous workout regimen is no myth. He's on the gym every day, running and cardio and stretching. And a perfect executed conversion of the baby split.
I roomed with Amleto a few times on tour back in the day. He tried to get me to do yoga once.
The benefits of inner peace. And this is your Hammer Tough Spare replay. Perfect. Ball touching the 3 and the 10. So you've got that going for you, which is nice. 5th frame. Right in a 2-10 split.
Boy, and you kind of saw it coming. A little too far to the right. It's going to hang for 210, and a little too far up and in, and it goes through the nose. Watch this shot here, just a little bit right. Now, a little softer speed, that works, but a little too much ball speed, and it's going to skate right off the end of the pattern.
Monacelli won this event last year when he defeated Walter Ray Williams Jr. with a big 277 game. And open frame for Monacelli. Here's a look at the bag of Parker Bohn III. He's got out the Mastermind Brainiac. It's a 7.0 hook rating. That's hook potential on a scale of 10. That's not the strongest option he's got in the bag. He's up 24 and a strike working. Fifth frame. Four. Yikes. The seven.
Yikes. Here comes the lean, mean, left-handed striking machine, Parker Bohn III. He is at home playing the outside part of the lane. He's made a small fortune over the years playing that part of the lane. This guy's a shot maker too, Mike.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, and talk about the Bo Burton kiss of death. Just as I said, he was a shot maker. He yanks it a foot to the right.
Into the nose for the 247, but it brings up a good conversation point. What makes a good shot maker? What are the elements?
Hitting your target, being accurate. You know, practicing hitting your target, keeping your eyes on your target, watching the ball roll over it, instead of just spraying it like a sprinkler all over the lane.
Uh-oh, and the open frame.
I don't think that could have ended any worse for Parker after I said he was a shot maker.
The two-time PBA Player of the Year locking horns with Amleto Monacelli. The PBA50 challenge rolls on. The famous Reno Arch welcoming all to the biggest little city in the world. PBA Tour Commissioner Tom Clark announced the 2015 PBA Player Awards on Wednesday. Australia's Jason Belmonte wins the Chris Schenkel PBA Player of the Year Award for the third straight year. Belmonte won his third straight Masters and his second straight Tournament of Champions titles in 2015. Sweden's Jesper Svensson earns the Harry Golden PBA Rookie of the Year Award. Svensson winning a pair of titles in 2015, one on the World Bowling Tour in Bahrain and one at Geico PBA World Series of Bowling 7. Josh Blanchard is the winner of the Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award, and Ed Godbout claims the Tony Reyes Community Service Award. The Columbia 300 fun fact, Parker Bohn III and Amleto Monacelli have combined for 54 PBA Tour titles, 8 PBA50 Tour titles, and more than $5.3 million in career PBA earnings. Now that's fun.
These guys are good. Some great careers that have lasted a long time as we take a look at our scoreboard. Amleto down 19, but he had some pretty good conversation during the break with tour rep Rob Gottschall. Let's see if it works.
10-pin race.
Rob told him, hey, you know, kind of just square everything up and move in a little bit. Try to find a little bit more oil line and something to hold your ball off if you do get it a little bit left. He says, you're good on the right lane. He says, the left lane, just try to inch in a little bit. But this is a beautiful shot. And look at that messenger from 53-year-old Amleto Monacelli. Not only is he a great bowler and a Hall of Famer, but he's a great human being. You won't meet a finer gentleman than this guy right here.
Very nice, very considerate. One of the best things I ever saw was him re-racking for a new player on the PBA50 tour during a practice session. Very considerate of the 6-pin to fall in that situation for the double, cutting the lead of Bohn to just 9.
So Amleto makes a ball change on the left lane, moves in a little bit, and watch this can opener. Look at the 6-pin. Oh my. Good stuff. 9 pins now.
Parker Bohn III, 7th frame after the open.
Great shot. MJ, how big is that missed 10-pin from Amleto in the first frame?
Threw a good one. That's better.
Power mix, 5 dances to the ground. Leslie Bohn and Justin and Brandon Bohn, the family of Parker Bohn, and how about the quintessential family man?
He is, indeed.
The family that plays together, stays together. The young men bowl. Leslie is a great bowler.
Yep. Amleto using 2 different bowling balls now. Really good shot there.
6 nudges to 10, and the lead is cut to 9.
And he can take the lead with another strike here on the left leg. Warrior Elite on the right lane, Swerve FX on the left lane for the man from Barquisimeto, Venezuela.
PBA 50 Rookie of the Year in 2012. PBA 50 is for players 50 and older. I took a shot last year and bowled in the season opening Pasco County event in 2015. And if you're 50 and over and you'd like to participate, the PBA 50 Tour, top flight competition. 6 around the 10.
Boy, sometimes there's just no justice in this sport, and there certainly isn't any defense for Amleto Monacelli. He throws another great shot, only to leave another ringing 10. That's 3 for the game. And the biggest difference in the scoreboard right now is those 3 10-pins. One of them missed in the first.
Oh, 1 left and 1 right.
Well, you won't see that very often from that man. But he just gift wrapped this title, or excuse me, this match for Parker Bohn III.
Non-title event. It's a season-ending event for the PBA 50 in this PBA 50 challenge. Top 8 points earners. Bold match play in the top 2 will compete for this PBA Challenge Championship, and Parker Bohn drops down that familiar left forearm.
A nice rebound from the open frame in the 6th. After I said what a great shot maker he was, Parker Bohn comes back and makes great shots. Throws a 3-bagger.
Parker Bohn III winning 2 PBA 50 titles in 2015, including that season opening Pasco County event in Florida, and then a winner at the Treasure Island Resort Casino in Welch, Minnesota, finishing up. Parker Bohn III will advance to the PBA Challenge Clash at the end of our program today. And coming up, more action in the PBA Challenge as we roll on from the Kingpin Club at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, part of the Geico PBA World Series of Bowling. The PBA Challenge rolls on at the Kingpin Club in Reno, Nevada.
And in our PBA 50 Challenge Championship, Parker Bohn III throwing the last 5 in a row against Amleto Monacelli, and he would win 231 to 183. Yeah, it sure was, Parker. All right, now let's send it back down to the floor with Kimberly and Parker Bohn III.
Thanks, Randy. Parker, so you followed the plan that you laid out for us at the beginning of the show, and it worked for you. You beat the defending champion, but how did you recover from that open frame in the 6th?
I'll tell you what, the open frame in the 6th, Amleto's 2 1-pin spares. We look like a bunch of PBA 50 guys bowling that match. Those kids on the regular tour will eat you up and spit you out. But I think the thing that was on my side is my daughter picked out these wonderful colors on this shirt. So thanks to Sydney at home, I had a little lady luck on my side.
That's right. Hi, Sydney at home. So this World Series has been pretty great for you.
It really has. You know, I started off the first game of the week, the very first game out of the gate with 300, and catapulted from there. It led me to ultimately winning the Cheetah Championship and standing tall when it was all said and done here for the PBA 50. Fortunately, I'm holding a trophy like I am right now, and I hope that there's more to come down the road.
Well, there is more to come because you still have to compete one more time in the PBA Challenge Clash at the end of the show. You got another win in you?
I sure hope so, but I think there I'm going to need a couple of strikes. No spares involved.
All right, seems like Parker is ready to compete again. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Kimberly. PBA Challenge Clash will conclude with all 4 champions, but first, the Teen Masters Grand Championship. Bridget Jacobs takes on Brandon Sottermastro.